Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. It's been a long time since I've done a video for YouTube. In that regard, you might see that things look quite a bit different than they did in the last video. So we don't have any of the same bikes in the garage that we had when I was making videos before. All of that is for another video. We are going to one of our favorite places that's opened since the last time I was making videos, and that is a motorcycle campground called So Ride, that is run by a couple of people that have been highly involved in the BMW community and the adventure motorcycle community. They've built a campground specifically for motorcycles and motorcyclists. So anyway, we're gonna be heading down there. I'm hoping to just kind of showcase the weekend a little bit, showcase their property. It's really cool. They have some really interesting skills course setups. They also incorporate a lot of really fun competitions and things like that. So they've actually created a motorcycle barrel race, which is really fun. They have like kind of a BMW GS trophy competition inspired obstacle course. They've got some single track, and this weekend is their Arkansas Adventure Rider Fall Rally. So there's gonna be a lot of people there. There's a lot of routes that they put together that we can do. Probably won't be getting into anything too crazy. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, it is now 2 in the afternoon, and Bri and I are loaded up in the truck and ready to go. There are a couple of things that I failed to mention earlier. One of them is that this event has been going on for a couple of days already, and we're going to be coming in obviously at the tail end of Friday. So Friday is when all of the competitions and like fun events start happening. So I might get there in time to compete in the slow race tonight. The other thing is that this is not typically a venue that we would trailer to, but twice a year when they hold the spring and the fall rally, they set up a for sale tent where people can bring motorcycle or camping related items and set them up for other people at the event to potentially purchase. We'll see you there.
You look so angry.
I'm Russian.
You're Russian.
It is Saturday morning. We ended up rolling in last night a little late, so we didn't get to actually do much of anything other than unload the bike, set up camp. We put all of the stuff in the for sale tent. By the time we were ready to go get dinner, even the place that we usually go to for dinner was closed. So what we ended up doing was running into town, getting dinner, coming back to camp, and just kind of relaxing and settling in a little bit. So yeah, anyway, like I said, Saturday morning, we're back here at camp. There's Bri with her book. Most people are getting ready to go out for a ride. And I think we're just gonna take it easy today, kind of do our own thing with our own ride. We might do one of the routes that he's put together for the people at this event this weekend. But the most important thing is we are about to make some coffee. So camp coffee is probably one of Bri's favorite parts of camp. Started packing our own coffee at home into empty tea sachets that we bought on Amazon. Drop it in the cup and just pour over it, let it sit. What you doing, Lance?
There's a joke behind this. Have y'all seen that?
Just creator things.
All right, little tour of the campground. For this event, this primitive camping area is pretty full. Lots of people in here. Obviously lots of room in the middle, and in the past I have seen people there camping. Got a fire pit. Here in the back, he's really worked to try to make this more accommodating for hammock campers as well. And as someone who normally hammock camps, I'm pretty appreciative of that. Lots of nice trees back here to mess with. So we're at the other end of the primitive camping area. Out here, it's kind of where everyone parks. If you have some sort of camping apparatus that's attached to a vehicle, this is where you're gonna camp, or maybe even if you're camping in your vehicle. Up here they have a nice pavilion. Kind of a community gathering space. Really, really nice restrooms. One of the nice things about camping here is that they have really nice shower house up there. Take a hot shower. Usually they have heaters in the winter, fans in the summer. You got running water, bathroom, toilet, shower, even places to hang gear to dry. I think there's some boot dryers up there now. This is kind of the registration check-in area. Got Mach 1, if you're local. Probably heard about them. BMW Ducati dealer coming in soon. Got friendly staff. The for sale tent. Little bike for sale. Anyone looking for a 390 adventure? There you go. And yeah, little for sale tent. Everyone's got their used gear in here. Pretty awesome. All right. Do a quick tour of So Live, So Ride and the playground that exists within. Leaving the primitive camping area right now. There's Jeremy testing out a KTM 690. And here we go. So at face value, all the obstacles out here, I mean, they're pretty straightforward. So, you know, we've got the barrel race over here on the right, some whoops over here on the left, or some dirt mounds. They often use that for instruction. There's some cones set up here for something called Knife Fight in a Phone Booth, which is kind of like the finals for the slow race. Here we have a balance board. It's really tough to balance on because it's kind of rounded. It is planed off on the top just a little bit, so that helps some. It's a big dirt mound here that they built with some railroad tie steps. They're really creative with the way that they use this in their instruction and also in competitions. Really cool feature that at face value just kind of looks like a dirt mound, but when you get creative with it, it can do a lot of different things. So over here we have the teeter-totter. This is one of my favorite ones. You go up on one side, you have to let it fall on the other side before you ride off of it. Requires a lot of clutch control and just in general good bike balance. In the competitions, a lot of times there's an extra point that gets scored for doing a trail stand or coming to a complete stop without putting your feet down on the way down. Over here we have some tennis ball drills, and we've got two versions of a barrel slalom right here. So one with the barrels spaced out a little more, that's a little easier, and then one with the barrels really tight. Rock garden, again, at face value, it looks pretty simple. It's just a rock garden, but I've seen them do some really creative stuff in competition with that. It's kind of give you a demo of each feature and hope I don't mess up too bad. There's the trail stand, and we're off. Super fun. A couple of log obstacles here. Again, my tire's not in the best shape, so I'm not going to be able to catch enough traction to de-weight the front end to get over some of the big ones with the right form. So we'll skip those, but they are here. Jordan doing the rock garden on the 690. Show you the barrel race here. Also, I heard some records were broke yesterday, but up until that point, peep that small bike record. That was on 300 Rally. Jordan on the T7. Come around, going around town. It was pretty loose out here from the competition last night. Some whoop-de-doos. I've seen them mostly use these in their instructional courses, teaching body position and understanding the suspension, trying to keep your bike from bottoming out if you have one that doesn't have a ton of ground clearance. I think it's really valuable for beginners that are kind of just getting introduced to the off-road life. I'll come back here and show you the single track. Hopefully it's not too muddy and soft. Definitely wet from the dew. Really cool property that they have here, and they've really made use of it in the best way for motorcycles. We'll take the fun alternate line. Oh, new feature. I think that's for the new advanced skills competition tonight. That's fun. Haven't seen that before. I think there's an easy line to the right here. I don't think I've ever done it. I always go through this. There's a little kind of a muddy rut right there. And of course the pond right there. That doesn't look like a pond because it's green and scummy on top like good ponds should be. Advanced single track off to the right. I imagine that's blocked off because that is also going to be a part of the advanced skills course. Just kind of goes around his pond here. There's some rocks embedded here and there, but ultimately it's just a little tight trail. Work on your bike balance control, clutch control, all that fun stuff. And it comes out. All right, we're going to go link up with Bri, and I think we're going to get on the road. We're going to do a route that it's about a 160-mile loop, so it'll be a longer loop, but it goes up to White Rock Mountain and to the Shores Lake Overview, which are two of my favorite spots in the area, to be honest with you. I think as far as overlooks that don't require any hiking or anything like that, they're some of the best that you get in the area. All right, we are headed out to do the White Rockers. We're leaving the Moto Ranch. Hopefully we make it back in time for some of the competitions, but if not, that's okay. A leaf waterfall. Have a leaf holding on for dear life. I have a leaf, it's holding on for dear life. Woo. Be free. We just got here at White Rock Mountain. The view is incredible. I've never been up here when the foliage is as vibrant as it is today. So I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. All the foliage on the way over here was stunning. I've lived in the Ozarks my whole life, and I've never seen so much fall foliage. I mean, this is like prime time. I don't think that we could have come at a better time. Enjoy the view. Quick trivia. I know you know the answer to this, but a lot of people might not, especially if you're not from here.
Yeah.
Why do they call it White Rock Mountain?
Why? You tell me. Or do you want me to say the actual answer?
Yeah.
Because of the lichen that grows on the rock face that makes it look really light.
Yeah, so from a distance, it looks like a white rock. But if you look at all this lichen that is on the rocks here, you can see that from a distance, and especially in the sun, it definitely looks white. Kind of fun.
It's fun. Lichen is cool.
I think that there is also maybe a theory that it's called White Rock Mountain because of the haze off in the distance looking white,
Ooh,
but I don't know.
heard that.
Oh, well, maybe I just fabricated that then.
That's fun. Own it.
One of the things that I think is really cool, which I don't know, I like to say I'm kind of a map nerd. I'm not super savvy with maps. I just like understanding like distances between things and I don't know. That sounds like a really dumb way to say it, but basically I just like understanding the relationship between locations. And one thing that's really cool that they do or have done here is at this main overlook, they have added how far it is, the way the crow flies, to all of the towns that are around here. So, this says Clarksville, 32 miles in that direction. They have all these little towns around here. So there's Ozark. Shores Lake, which will be our next stop, is 8 miles the way the crow flies, but I have a feeling it's going to take us, 30 to 45 minutes to get there. Fort Smith, Van Buren. Let's see, I could have swore Fayetteville was on here somewhere. Should be around on this side, honestly. Let's see, Mount Gaylor. Tulsa, that's an interesting one because Tulsa's really far away. Here we are, Fayetteville, 27 miles in that direction, the way the crow flies, which is totally wild because it takes at least an hour from Fayetteville to get to White Rock. So, really fun. 27 miles the way the crow flies. Yeah. We are now at our favorite place to eat down here, I would say, and it is Grumpy's Burger Barn. So Grumpy used to run a little diner over by the Oark Cafe called Catalpa, or the Catalpa Cafe, and he moved over here. We're less than a mile away from the Moto Ranch, and he moved over here and put a food truck over here. So we realized that this is the only time that we're gonna get to have dinner at Grumpy's on this entire trip. So we went a little crazy. Bri got the barn tacos with steak. She convinced me to go along with getting nachos with pulled pork. Looks very delicious.
It is.
And then you can just see the size of this. I'm not gonna open it up to show you, but this is the Grumpy's burrito with his smoked brisket. Has French fries inside of it.
I'll be taking a bite
So,
of
yeah, looking forward to this dinner. Thanks, Grumpy. Delicious. Guacamole, smoked brisket, his special sauce.
They were afraid to get up in the morning.
Bri and I are back at camp. We've had a really, really good dinner. Maybe a little bit ashamed that we cleared every bit of food in all 3 boxes, but seriously, that's just how good Grumpy's stuff is. Absolutely delicious. So when we went up to Grumpy's last night, he was sold out of everything over an hour before it was supposed to be closing time. We did not want that to happen to us tonight. So we went up there as soon as we got done with the route, and that means that we did not get back to the Moto Ranch in time for the skills competitions or any of the events. So we didn't get to see any of it or participate in any of it, but that is totally okay. Today's ride was awesome. A lot of fun, foliage like I've never seen before, despite the fact that I grew up in this area and I've lived here for almost 30 years. Great time for me and Bri to hang out together and kind of do our own thing for a while, since we haven't had an opportunity to do that much this year. And just a really chill, laid back day. And now looking forward to a chill, laid back evening. So I think I'll film the awards ceremony. It's usually a pretty small ordeal. Under the pavilion, we'll get to showcase the winners of all the skills competitions, including the barrel races and the slow race.
First time it's been down.
So thank y'all for being here. For everyone that damaged their bike, really thank you for being here. So we had some competitions. We give out a few little awards. We don't have very many sponsors, but this year we did get a sponsor from Climb. So we do have a good prize there. Our only other sponsor is Mach 1 Moto, the Cha-Cha Trail. First place big bike, Bill Short. Bill was fast enough on this one that he fell down, took the 3-second penalty, and still won. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Second place, or actually it's first place small bike. Barrel race large bike here absolutely demolished our record time. Absolutely demolished it. I don't have my info with me, but it was under 17 seconds.
16.61, I believe it was.
16.61, he believes it was. It's no real surprise when it comes to speed. Bill Short. Jordan ended up getting second place in that, and you did break your previous record, Jordan. Slow race champion, Jordan Lewis. Not the fastest today, but definitely the slowest. So we got the Fun for All skills course. Lee Garrett, come on up. The best of the Ozarks challenge. Second place is Jordan Lewis. And first place, Rob Toole.
He told me to take it.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
The new Climb Arsenal backpack. Thank you, Climb. Thank you, everyone. What an awesome weekend. Our dates and everything for next year's events we'll be putting out like mid-December or so. So follow us on social media, follow us on Facebook. Thanks again, guys. Have a great night and be safe going home.
Without shoes, I'm 5'4". With shoes, I'm 5'5". We done that, and I've had so many people comment and be like, "Hey, I'm short like you," and I didn't think I could ride a feature bike, but seeing that you actually get out there and ride your feature bike, I mean, what your videos you ride just a feature bike, I'm gonna go buy a feature bike now because I didn't think I could do it. But
That's good.
I can see that I can do it now.
I'm trying to put both feet down if you're short. Just put one foot down.
Have everything packed up. Woke up pretty early and just started kind of packing things away. When we got here Friday night, it was, I think, around 70 degrees. By the time that we get home this morning, like 35 or something. And then, of course, under freeze warnings and stuff for tonight, definitely happy with the decision to bring the truck and the trailer. Grumpy opened for breakfast again today. We had a Grumpy's burrito yesterday, but it was kind of catered to the campground, so we didn't have to leave to get it. We're munching on a breakfast burrito up here. He's whipping up a chef's special in there for us to split as well. Super looking forward to that. It's been a good time. Really enjoyed the ride yesterday, even though we didn't get to do a lot of the events or even witness a lot of the events. This trip down here has been a little bit non-typical for us, but between the two of us, we've just had so much travel going on this year that it wasn't possible for us to make it down on time. This was just way more laid back than usual, and I think we were both okay with that. So, yeah.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, it's been a great time. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time.
He's so happy.